you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN has learned Brandon Staley is the new defensive coordinator for the Saints. Staley spent last season as the assistant head coach of the 49ers after getting fired as head coach of the Chargers. Investigators have spoken with some of the women accusing Ravens kicker Justin Tucker of sexual misconduct. In all, 16 women are accusing Tucker of inappropriate behavior between 2012 and 2016, his first 5 years in the NFL. With the overwhelming success of the Four Nations Face-Off, ESPN's PK Subban wonders if it'll be even possible to go back to an All-Star weekend.
Nothing matches this. Nothing matches this on the growth scale, on the player scale, the performance scale, and on the product scale. At the end of the day, fans got to invest. And fans, I think, want to invest after this event.
PK Subban on First Take. After being found guilty of sexually assaulting soccer player Yenny Hermoso, former Spanish soccer executive Luis Rubiales today loses an appeal of his 3-year suspension imposed by FIFA.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Monday. Huge NBA weekend. Baseball is back, plus college basketball, and I'll react to it all in my Upon Further Review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After Further Review.
Say one more time.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
Let's ride! Go!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by John Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Yusuf. And a Mr. Toby Tom play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. Ton to do today. Ross Jackson in 15 minutes. Theriot 1 hour from right now. We are giving away $5,000 at 5:30 p.m. Central. Not too late to enter. Just go to parishbuilt.com to get all the info. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
You like this shirt? You like it? What do you think?
Let's see. I like the colors. Yeah, I do. I like
Paulie,
it.
you like the shirt? What do you think about this shirt?
I like it. I think it looks good.
Hang on. I got the best part. Hang on.
We had navy blue on below that, or
No, it's a little like.
I just meant your pants, but yeah.
Kind of like the shirt's like Carolina blue, like a little.
Okay.
Feel it.
Feel
it.
Oh,
right?
warm, like a fleece kind of almost. Has the appearance of flannel, but fleece.
soft.
Yeah, very soft.
I
Okay.
mean, one of the most comfortable shirts I've ever worn in my life.
Yeah, it's good.
Right. So lost a lot of weight. Had to go buy. I have to buy a whole new wardrobe. Nothing
Right.
fits. So I went to Carriages. They have like 50% off every shirt on the racks. I was like, okay, this is good. And I was like just thumbing, and I was like, oh my God. I bought like 3 shirts that were this material.
Huh?
Yeah, so it's a little loud, right? It's kind of loud cowboy. Good way to put it?
Yeah. I like that, especially for like it's a winter shirt.
Oh, this is a winter shirt.
So like for
So
those are springtime colors there.
It's okay.
Well, I know. I'm just saying like that. It speaks to your like it's loud type deal.
Yeah. Theriot is the name of the brand. Super comfortable. I bought like 3 of these. Not this pattern.
Right. Yeah. But
of
just
this, materials. Anyway, I'm preparing myself for what Tero is going to say when he's here in a little while.
I think he's gonna like it. You don't think he's gonna like it?
He might.
Okay.
And then look, I mean,
that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean that doesn't miss.
I mean the Carolina blue Nikes that kind of offset and has a little Carolina blue, and it's
those don't miss for sure.
Okay. Let's get going here. Muse, get your thoughts together about the LSU series. I'll ask you in a second what you thought about on Muso at the box. Saints have hired Brandon Staley to be their defensive coordinator. This is no surprise whatsoever. Kellen Moore talked about wanting guys on his staff and the importance of familiarity. When he was introduced last week, he also talked about what he wanted in his defense. Here was Kellen Moore.
That identity is still the same. We want to be a smart team. We got to play really smart situational football. We want to be able to play fast. Guys, when they're fast and free and confident, they play at a really high level. And then obviously we want to be a really physical football team. We recognize I'm a quarterback guy, and I love the quarterback position, but this game has so much impact on the offense and defensive lines, and that's really, truly how you control games and build this thing the right way.
And the thing about Staley that is so worth mentioning is, remember, Brandon Staley, really sort of young guy, has been a head coach with the Chargers, but his rise to prominence came when he was the DC of the Rams. And remember, the Rams had Aaron Donald, who won Defensive Player of the Year. They had Leonard Floyd, who was a double-digit sack guy. On the back end, they had Jalen Ramsey. As you sort of piece it together, you realize, they just had a lot of really good players. The Saints don't have any of that right now, so huge challenge. But you got a guy that's been a head coach with familiarity with Kellen Moore. Remember, Staley hired Moore as his offensive coordinator in L.A., and now they've sort of flipped that. Moore's hired Staley as his defensive coordinator in New Orleans. So that's going to be interesting. But remember that Rams defense in 2020, when Staley rose to prominence, really, and it's what got him the job in L.A., this was Sean McVay talking about. This was back in 2020, talking about that 1 year with Staley in L.A. with the Rams.
Number one, he was instrumental in bringing the system kind of that's foundationally derived from his defensive background. And, obviously there's a lot made of his history with Vic Fangio, but he definitely put his own spin on it. I think what you got a chance to do is work with a great coach, a great football mind. From the time of his interview, we immediately hit it off, and you can see, not surprised at all by the success that he's had. But I think you just learn about, the drive, the consistent approach, the relentless approach to try to be able to find solutions, put players in the right positions, have some agility and flexibility with regards to the things that you can present to an offense, really understanding how to limit some of the things that offenses are really trying to do. And, he's a great coach, learned a lot from him.
Yeah, that was Sean McVay. Hey, you heard him mention early in that soundbite, Staley learning from Vic Fangio. Hey, Muse, where did Vic Fangio work this year?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Were they any good?
They were pretty darn good, yeah. Won the Super Bowl.
You don't say.
Yeah, they did.
Stop traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's pretty good, right?
That's what everyone wants. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So Vic Fangio was with the Eagles. And where did Kellen Moore come from again?
He was with the Eagles.
The Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kellen Moore worked previously with
Brandon Staley
in
L.A. for the Chargers.
Nice weather there.
Great weather.
Way better than here.
Yeah.
Especially today.
It's cold.
49 degrees. It was like 27 when I woke up.
Same, it sucked.
Still did we would live in the same town.
That's true.
But we could have woken up at different times.
Fair.
But did my cold plunge this morning.
Oh, God.
It's awesome. It's addicting. I just can't imagine life without it. I can't imagine a day starting my day without it. It's like, you know how people have to have their coffee?
Yeah.
I'm one of those. Like, if I go about my day without my cold plunge, I feel like this is not how my day should be. Yeah. How did that all tie in with? Oh, the weather.
In LA. Yeah.
LA, yeah, got it. Anyway, I like a lot of these synergies here, man, with bringing in Brandon Staley. And been a head coach, familiarity with Kellen Moore, still a young guy, has had an eye for good talent. I like it. I spent this year with the 49ers. There's a lot to like about this hire. So we got Ross Jackson coming up here shortly, and in about 6 minutes or so, from, of course, LouisianaSports.net. Ross has been all over this. Got a great piece up right now, actually, which is what I want to talk to Ross about. Ross has a great piece up right now about, here it is. It's a deeper dive into Brandon Staley's approach to defensive scheme. It's free. It's at LouisianaSports.net. If you want to read it right now, it's on the homepage. You can see it. But we're going to have Ross on with us next, kind of give us an overview of that. All right, our show open every day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. What a weekend. LSU plays tonight, baseball. Gymnastics tonight. Tomorrow, LSU baseball is going to play 2, because the weather stinks on Sunday, so they're going to play 2 on Saturday. You got LSU basketball against number 2 Florida on Saturday. Tonight, the Pelicans return from the All-Star break. They play tonight. Bottom line is, there's a ton going on. If you're doing anything this weekend, going to Mardi Gras parades, make sure you got plenty of ice cold Bud Light. The official beer of AFR, the official beer of the Tigers, the official beer of the Saints, and the official beer of AFR. It's Bud Light. Drink easy. And make sure you enter the big man on the cul-de-sac sweepstakes. Go check out Mockler Beverage on social media for all the deets. At Mockler Beverage on any of your social media platforms. All right, LSU and Omaha, if you missed it, they moved. They got a schedule change. So they moved Sunday's game up to Saturday because the weather Sunday is going to be awful. So they're playing today at 4 o'clock. Lineup's posted. We'll get to that in a bit. They'll play today at 4 o'clock, and then they'll play Saturday at noon, and then again at 5. So doubleheader on Saturday for LSU baseball with the bad weather on Sunday. Muse, give me 3 things. Do it in 60 seconds. 3 things you're looking for this weekend primarily. Go.
All right, well, you want to see the pitching staff continue what they've done. They'll face a lineup that's a little bit more veteran that actually has some returners, unlike the last couple of games that they've had. So that's at least something interesting. Keep pounding the zone. Larson's going to get the start behind Jared Jones today in the lineup as DH. He's been great early. Can he continue that? And just, further watching the, who's going to hit behind Jared Jones. That's going to be interesting throughout.
Oh.
And then,
did you see this?
I did. I did see the sweatshirt. Yep.
They're giving this away to students?
To students. They did this at basketball a couple weeks ago, too.
What?
Yeah.
I need one.
It's clean, man.
They're giving away sweatshirts to the first 300 students. Somebody get me one. I'm a large now. Somebody get me one of these. That's the bended Tigers logo over the chest from the jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Established 1893.
Yep. All white crew neck sweatshirt.
Clean.
It's a good look.
I need someone to get me one.
It's a good look.
Get me one, you get a shout out on the air.
Hey, look at that.
Or whatever you want. You can barter. Let's go. All right, your third thing. Pound the zone. Ashton Larson, what's your third thing?
I lost my train of thought. We will just
get it back.
Hey. How they stretch the pitching staff out over the 4-game weekend. That's interesting too, because not only that, you go face DBU on Wednesday, so you're looking at 5 games in 6 days. Right.
Stingley in them?
And what?
Stingley in them? DBU?
No, different DBU. This is actually Dallas Baptist University. Yeah.
I'm gonna play that one at Globe Life on Wednesday. Interesting weekend, because you got Friday, 2 games Saturday, you're off Sunday, you'll play Nichols on Monday, travel Tuesday, you'll play Dallas Baptist in Arlington at Globe Life on Wednesday, and then you head up to Frisco. So busy stretch here for LSU baseball. Make sure you check out Muso. It's actually Muso, as we all know. But here we affectionately refer to him as Muse. So Muso at the box. YouTube or however you get your podcasts. Get it there. Okay, let's talk to Ross Jackson next. Brandon Staley, the hire is unofficially done. Everyone's reporting that the Saints have yet to announce it yet. But I want to talk about the hire, how Staley fits, the personnel defensively, all that stuff. Ross Jackson's next. It's AFR.
After further review.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery, 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Siegen near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Get by any of the 4 locations. I tell you what, I got some heady neighbors. They took my advice. They're big gardeners, my neighbors. Seriously, they really are. They have beautiful lawn garden and everything. And they went and got the big drop cloths and cover to cover all their plants and their shrubs and everything like that with the freeze yesterday. We're going to be getting cold again tonight. Not too late to get by Clegg's. You want anything to protect your garden, all your outdoor spaces, you can do it. Clegg's Nursery has what you need. And if you're looking to buy those flowers and plants, trees and shrubs, and all the outdoor decor, Clegg's has you covered. Get by any of the 4 Clegg's Nursery locations. Y'all have been in business for more than 60 years. I mean, they started like selling flowers out of the bed of a truck, and now they got 4 locations. They're the largest garden center in the state. With 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area, you're never far. If you're a green thumb or you're just starting, you want to go to Clegg's. So buy local, shop local, and tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Yeah, I think Brandon's done a real good job. You know, he helps us out in all types of areas. Works with the nickels probably the most. Real good at helping Nick with the game plan and stuff like that. Does our ball meeting.
Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan this year talking about new Saints defensive coordinator Brandon Staley. News breaking on Friday, which we all expected that Staley was going to become the defensive coordinator of the New Orleans Saints. That now has been pushed across the finish line. Ross Jackson from Locked On Saints and LouisianaSports.net's been all over it. He's with us now. Yo, dude, how are you?
Hey, buddy, doing great. Glad to be here.
No surprise here with this news, but let me just get an opinion on the hire before we dig a little deeper.
Yeah, for sure. I think the biggest thing for me and my biggest takeaway in this hire is I'd rather watch a team fail by trying something new than fail by continuously doing what has failed them in their past. And I think that a guy like Brandon Staley represents a big-time departure from the Saints' past when it comes to the defense in New Orleans that has struggled over the course of the past few years. So I like the hire. Is it going to turn them into a playoff team in 2025? Probably not, right? Like, this is a multi-year situation that we're looking at for Kellen Moore and his coaching staff. But I like what it represents in terms of a new path forward, new innovations, and new ideas.
Okay, how is Staley a new path forward from what they've been doing?
Yeah, so he effectively has worked throughout his career in what's called a 3-4 defense as opposed to a 4-3 defense. So a 4-3 defense would be 4 players on the defensive line, 4 defensive linemen, and then 3 linebackers up over the top. And then the 3-4 defensive approach kind of flips that. 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, but 2 of the outside linebackers are guys that can rush the passer or drop back into coverage, while the 2 inside guys are typically coverage guys or run defense guys. And so it kind of flips your defense from being one that relies on big-bodied physicality and kind of takes it rather instead to a place of speed and athleticism, particularly at the edge rusher positions and things like that. So that better counteracts what it is that today's NFL teams are doing, which is the outside zone run, to where you're running outside the tackles, trying to get over to the edge, and the mobile quarterbacks as well, who, of course, have given the Saints a lot of trouble throughout their Dennis Allen defensive era. And so I think that Brandon Staley's defense and just the way that he utilizes his players and what that prototype is and everything, there's going to be a lot different about that approach under Brandon Staley than what Saints fans have become accustomed to seeing under Dennis Allen.
How does that fit the current personnel on the Saints defense?
To be honest, there are some players that fit and there are some players that don't. And so I would expect there over the course of the next few years, or let's say next 2 off seasons, to be quite a bit of potential turnover over on the defensive side. I think guys that get elevated by this are guys like Alontae Taylor and Kool-Aid McKinstry. Alontae Taylor could go back into the slot, play what's called the star role. We see it in college football all the time.
Sure.
Florida State, Florida have used that a bunch. And so you've seen that with, kind of the way that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, for instance, was used years ago in the slots, where it was kind of this blend hybrid corner/safety. You could get Alontae Taylor, who was named the most disruptive player in the NFL early on in the season last year, until he got moved out back to the perimeter, and then he wasn't able to do the things that he did in run support, pass rush, all that. Remember, this is a guy that had, 3 sacks in the first game of the season?
Yeah.
That would put him back into that kind of role. Kool-Aid, this works out really well for, because kind of what's called the Rip Liz, which is just code for right and left, defense that Nick Saban once used, that Bill Belichick has used in the past, but that Kool-Aid McKinstry played in under Saban, would be very familiar in terms of the rules of how to play in the secondary in Brandon Staley's defense. So guys like that get elevated. I think a slimmed down Carl Granderson as a stand-up pass rusher on the edge could be big. I think a guy like Isaiah Foskey, who they've been trying to change his what he did in college and change him to more of a 5-tech run stopper that can maybe bounce outside. This gives him an opportunity to do what it is as a Viper role, is what it was called, in Notre Dame, where he was a stand-up pass rusher around the edge. So I think there are some of those guys that kind of get elevated in this, but there are others that don't fit. And so maybe some of that change happens here in 2025, and then if not, certainly happens in 2026.
Would it be amazing if they could actually find value for Foskey? I'm going to guess that was a high second-round pick. Okay, who are the guys that don't fit?
Yeah, I mean, I think that some of the guys, if you're looking at, is guys that are more quintessential 3-tech defensive tackles. So the guys that typically line up in between the guard and tackle and are more pass rusher types, Colin Saunders, Nathan Shepard, those are guys that, there's going to be conversations about more than likely, because that defensive tackle is now either going to have to be able to bounce out to what's called a 5-tech, to where you're lined up over the inside shoulder of the tackle and crashing inside. It's a great spot for Brian Brzee, for instance.
Okay.
But, otherwise you want the big nose tackle, right? The big 320-pound Malcolm Brown, Sheldon Rankins, Malcolm Roach type that can line up over the center and change the numbers on the interior by making 2 guys block them. to create those one-on-ones over on the other side. And so you got to find that mold, which I don't think the Saints have in the building right now.
Ross Jackson's with us. Get him on Twitter at Ross Jackson Nola. Give him a follow there. He's got a great piece up right now at LouisianaSports.net. If you want to go check it out, again, everything always free over at LouisianaSports.net. But it's effectively Brandon Staley's defensive scheme bringing this fresh approach to the New Orleans Saints. Go read it right now at LouisianaSports.net. Does hiring Kellen Moore as the head coach and Brandon Staley as the defensive coordinator potentially change the Saints' outlook for free agency in the draft this year?
Certainly does, especially if they do, on the defensive side, take that leap into what I would call an odd man front. So it's not necessarily always 3-4. It could be like 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then 5 DBs to get into your nickel looks and stuff like that. There's a lot of different things that they can do there. But I would say that the thing that it changes is the prototype for pass rusher. There's a big chance that ends up changing, and that kind of the slimmer, more athletic speed rusher all of a sudden has gained some value in Brandon Staley's system. You look at how successful he was with a Leonard Floyd, for instance, back in 2020, got 10.5 sacks out of him with the Rams. You think about I got to be careful about using this name, but you think about the Khalil Mack prototype, right? Not the actual player.
Hey, brother, getting Khalil Mack, yeah!
Right, yeah. So all of a sudden, the Khalil Mack to New Orleans pipeline opens up. But it's that archetype, right? The guy that can stand up and win with speed around the edge, that can transition speed to power when needed, but otherwise is just faster than the guy in front of him, and therefore can get to the quarterback. And so I think that value, or the value of that style of player, is all of a sudden now has a role in the defense. It doesn't change the prototype of what the team likes. It's just that the prototype is different for the role. And so at any point, you could look at the New Orleans Saints and say, well, what do you like in a speed rusher role? And they would tell you 6'3", 250, 240, 260, whatever it might be. But then you ask them, what do you like in your edge rusher role? And then they tell you, the towering 6'5", 280-pound guy. And the reason why the latter is more present in their defense is because that's what their defense called for. The scheme didn't call for a speed rusher. So now all of a sudden the defense might call for that. So I think that's a place where you could see some adjustment. And then over on the offensive side, I'm curious to see if Kellen Moore continues to lead into the biggest offensive lineman we've ever seen, like he did over with Philadelphia. It's where everyone's tall and enormous. And I'm curious to see if that ends up changing a little bit of what it is that they value both starter and depth-wise on their offensive line in the run game.
All right, 2 more things. One, and Ross Jackson's with us. Brandon Staley sort of had this parabolic rise because of the defenses that he had or the defense he had primarily in 2020 with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
But he had Aaron Donald, and you mentioned Leonard Floyd, and he had Jalen Ramsey,
right.
And they were just incredibly talented. That ain't the Saints. So
right.
What's realistic to think of with the pieces he has, what it might look like in 2025? Another way to say it is, how much of that defense with the Rams was personnel? How much was Brandon Staley?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think a lot of it was personnel, right? You can have a good scheme all you want. You got to have good players. And so I think that that's a big part of what flipping the roster is over the course of this offseason and next offseason is the attempt to go and get good players. Do you have to have the defensive player of the year? No, not necessarily. But do you have to have a good player at their position? Yeah, you do. And so I think you got to figure that out. And I think that that's a part of what's going to happen over the course of the next couple of years. I don't look at this as 2025 being the end-all, be-all final form of what this looks like. I think you have to give it a couple of off seasons at the very least. But I will say this. Brandon Staley's the guy that looked Jalen Ramsey in the face and said, I'm moving you to slot, right? And put him in the position where he earned his all-pro recognition that season. He was technically a perimeter guy before then. Staley's the guy that moved him inside into that star position and then got him to be more disruptive and got his notoriety back as somebody that had all of a sudden been like moving around the NFL and everything from Jacksonville to there. And then, maximize what it was that he could do by putting him in a position to utilize his skill sets a little bit better. Same thing for Leonard Floyd, a guy that had begun to bounce around by that point. Said, okay, well, you've been asked to do this. Let's have you do this instead. And so I look at Brandon Staley very similarly to the way that I look at Kellen Moore. They do a very good job of understanding, or once they understand, let me say it that way, what it is that a player does well, maximizing that and putting him in position to do that. So I give Staley his credit for that. especially when he's able to be completely focused on a defense. I think it's different, and we've seen this across the NFL a ton. There are guys that are good head coaches, not so great coordinators. There are guys that are great coordinators and awful head coaches, and maybe Staley checks that box as somebody that comes in and is a lot better on the defensive side when it's all he has to focus on.
I mean, Dennis Allen was one. Just don't let Brandon Staley handle clock management. Whatever we do, like leave him out of end game scenarios. Okay, last thing. How big of a deal, or is it a big deal at all, the relationship with Staley and Kellen Moore?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because you don't have many of these examples, at least I haven't been able to find many of these examples, where a guy hires a guy, and then the guy that hired the guy gets fired, and then the guy goes somewhere else, and then the guy that got hired by the guy hires the guy that hired the guy. Like, it doesn't happen very often. And so it's an interesting sort of relationship in that Moore was once Staley's offensive coordinator, and now Staley is Moore's defensive coordinator. But I do think that, like, if you have a connection that allows you to do that, to change roles and to flip and everything like that, I think that there's something to that. You know, I'll use an anecdote. When I used to work in theater, we would do this all the time, where I would be the top stage manager on a show, and then we would do the show, and then that show would close. Then I would jump to another show, and all of a sudden, the person that I hired to be my assistant is the number one, and they're hiring me to be their assistant. And when you have that kind of connection with somebody that you're okay changing those roles and changing those hats, that typically shows a pretty good correlation or a pretty good familiarity with one another and a comfort with one another. And so for us, that worked very great in the creative field. How does that work in the sports field where there's a lot more ego? I don't know. But I think if you're willing to put that aside and join somebody's staff that you once hired, that maybe, if nothing else, what that shows you is that there's a really good relationship there between Moore and Staley, which could go a long way.
Ross Jackson, LouisianaSports.net, Locked On Saints podcast. That's wherever you get your podcast, and on YouTube. Subscribe to Locked On Saints. Make sure you read Ross over at LouisianaSports.net. Always free. Again, he's got a great piece up right now. Again, everything always free, but it's a great column explaining how Brandon Staley's defensive scheme kind of is bringing this fresh approach to the New Orleans Saints from what they've been really for the last 15 years. So it's all there at LouisianaSports.net. All right, dude, thank you so much. Great work as always. Have a great weekend. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, man. Talk to you soon. Take care. Stay safe.
All right, be well. That's Ross Jackson. We're brought to you by First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com, FirstSouthLand.com. Thinking of buying land? Your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. We are getting into tax season. I think everybody knows that. Hey, look, as a landowner, you know you're going to incur expenses. So ask your CPA the benefits of owning recreational timberland. I mean, this could be something that's going to give you a tax benefit. Look, land is a finite resource. We know that. Land has never, over the history of time, gone down in value. It's always been an appreciating asset. I mean, you know that. So it's worth talking to your CPA, but the potential tax benefits of investing in timber property and First South Farm Credit, they're the best because for more than 100 years, they've done one thing: help Louisianians buy land. First South Farm Credit. Your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com. That's FirstSouthLand.com. Okay, it is after further review. Tero is here in 28 minutes from right now. And exactly 2 hours from right now, the countdown is on. Exactly 2 hours from right now, we're giving away $5,000. Not too late to enter. Go to parishbuilt.com. Sign up for a free no-obligation roofing inspection. Follow Parish Construction Roofing on social media, and you're entered. Bada bing, bada bang, but it's that easy. Go to parishbuilt.com to learn more. Someone's winning $5,000 in 2 hours. We're drawing live on air. Not too late to enter. parishbuilt.com. Hurry. Hurry. Actually, I think we're cutting off the entries like straight up 5. So you have like an hour and 28 minutes to get your entry. But we're drawing at 5:30 Central. All right, it's after further review. Friday show is brought to you by Don Juan's Cigar Bar. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll go around the SEC. Theriot in 30 minutes. LSU baseball first pitch in right at about 30 minutes as well. Game 1 between LSU and the artist formerly known as Nebraska Omaha, now just Omaha. Omaha! Yeah. Muse that boy. Look at Muse remembering something. How about my guy remembered something today?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you forget things all the time, or you put it off, or you just do it when you decide you're going to do it.
There you go.
Well, okay.
I put it off. I'm a bad procrastinator.
Okay, well, I mean, right?
No, I'm agreeing with that. But
Paulie, would it have been any surprise at all if I had said Omaha today and he didn't have the drop? Omaha!
It'd have been a little bit surprising.
Look at Paul. Thank you, Paulie.
Paulie, in what way would it have been surprising, Todd Peterson?
Dang.
Ted Peterson.
Got him. Say it, Far.
After further review.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon, we about to get it done. It's a big truck wreck or a hit and run. Recovering funds. I don't remember the next line, but Flaugier did it way better than I'll ever do it. I like she also dropped the Mike Epps all about the Benjamins in there as well. That's my favorite line of the whole thing. Gordon can have fun. We know that. He can certainly be self-deprecating. We know that as well, which is really endearing. But the reality is, over the course of his legal career, Gordon and his team have recovered more than $3 billion in damages for their clients. So if you've been injured in an accident, you need to get what you deserve. It's not about being litigious. It's about getting what you deserve because your life was interrupted. Injuries, work, family, all that sort of stuff. So let Gordon and his experienced team of attorneys get you what you deserve. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com, or call 888-8888, getgordon.com. Get Gordon and get it done.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Hey, remember when Josh Ennis was here? What day was that? Was that Wednesday? I think 2 days ago?
That sounds correct.
Because we were talking about the hockey thing, about NHL coming to New Orleans. And then he talked about the Four Nations face-off and U.S. playing Canada and all that stuff.
I remember, yeah. That was Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
You remember what I said?
I don't. What did you
I drew a correlation from the U.S.-Canada to a very infamous LSU game.
Oh.
What did I say?
Yeah.
You
said Canada was going to win.
Why?
Because you already got them. You beat them.
It was 2011 LSU Bama. You went to their place. You beat them. You celebrated. You slayed the dragon, all that stuff. And guess what? They got the rematch they didn't damn deserve. And guess who was fired up for it? They were. And guess who was like, damn it, we have to play him again? Us. And insult to injury, salt in the wound is that you got to go play it in Boston, just like that national championship game was in New Orleans. Same damn dynamic. U.S. was favored in the game. You know what I bet on last night?
Canada?
Nobody.
Okay, good.
I wasn't going to bet against the United States.
Good.
I just didn't bet it. But I'm going to tell you, last night I had my finger on the button on my DraftKings app. My finger was on the button. I was like, not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Like, it was on the U.S. button?
Oh, no, on Canada.
Oh, okay. But you didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
All right. Good Patriot.
I mean, I had Canada money line, like, into the app, like, ready to go. And I was like, not going to do it. It's not. I don't want to. I didn't watch a minute of the game anyway. But I woke up this morning and saw that we lost, and I was like, should have bet it.
At least it was in overtime.
It's a hedge. Could have been a good hedge. Anyway. All right, Theriot's here in 20 minutes from right now. LSU plays Omaha. Omaha! Whenever you're ready, Muse. Long delays are good in radio. Silence, dead air, it's good in radio.
I had something else queued up that we're going to use, but,
Todd Peters.
Ted Peterson.
Start leaving that on the mouse on the button.
Got him. All right, let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference. The Florida Gators.
Oh! Billy Napier has a new offensive coordinator. Why are you laughing? That's it.
Napier is just funny. That's funny.
That's Napier.
That's not his name.
No?
No. Napier is what we were looking for.
He's from Lafayette.
Yeah.
Napier. It's French.
Napier.
No?
No. Napier.
I don't think so. Billy has a new offensive coordinator, and it's former LSU analyst Russ Callaway.
I think Russ is going to be a great coach in college football.
Ed Ogeron. Eddie-O, he called it all those years ago. Your mic's not on. He did. All these years of doing this, Muse, you'd think you got to push the button, turn the mic on.
The button was on. The fader was down. I just looked down, saw on, and talked.
So Billy Napier has promoted Russ Callaway.
I think Russ is going to be a great coach in college football.
How about that? To be his new OC. Was the Samford OC from 2016, 2019. Came to LSU as part of the 2019 team. Or after that, as an analyst. And then went to the Giants as an offensive assistant. Now, Russ Callaway, Billy Napier's OC.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia has bolstered its staff with the addition of Ty Hatcher as an offensive analyst. Hatcher is the son of former Samford head coach, where Russ Callaway coached, by the way.
I think
no
Russ
worries.
is
I'll
going
just
to
wait.
be a great coach in college football.
I'll just wait. Anyway, Ty Hatcher's 25 years old, former Alabama staffer, also was at A&M in Oklahoma. I tell you what, being the son of a coach, nepotism reigns supreme in college football. This guy's 25 years old. He's worked at Bama, A&M in Oklahoma, and is now at Georgia. God bless him.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
I'm sure he's earned everything he's gotten. Nebraska has nixed its series with Tennessee, citing stadium renovations. Apparently, Nebraska called off the series because they're renovating Memorial Stadium. So Nebraska is going to pay a $1 million fine to get out of the scheduling agreement. Tennessee AD Danny White posted on X, very disappointed by the cancellation, basically calling out Matt Rule for being a wiener.
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Oh, this is a good one, Yos.
What we got?
Alabama got themselves a commit.
Oh. Who'd they get?
Guy's name is Chris Booker.
Okay.
Yep. Offensive lineman out of Georgia.
Ooh.
It's a good state. Produces a lot of talent.
Does, especially along in the trenches there.
6'4", 284. Big guy.
Good frame. Could put on some more weight, too. Yeah.
Picked Alabama over all the big schools.
Did he?
Yep. Kentucky and South Florida.
Oh.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
And Mark Pope provided an update on injured starters Lamont Butler and Jackson Robinson before the Wildcats travel to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama on Saturday. Both will practice Friday in a limited capacity. We'll see if they're ready to go. Butler played against South Carolina at the beginning of this month, re-aggravated his shoulder injury against Tennessee. Robinson injured his wrist in practice prior to the South Carolina game. We'll see if they're good to go for tomorrow. Both expect to practice limited today. All right, there you have it. That is around the SEC. We're presented by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Energy-efficient replacement windows. Beautiful entry doors. Hardy plank vinyl siding. Oh, yeah. They do shutters as well. It's Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. I love it. If you check out social media, Relief actually has a video on their socials right now. It's Brandon explaining how Relief Windows got their name. And as a young guy, Brandon was from the Panhandle of Florida, post-Katrina, came to Louisiana, was working on window crews, decided ultimately he wanted to start his own company, actually had a different name at the time, was struggling, and said, whatever I see, whatever comes into my consciousness, that's what I'm going to name my company. And he saw a bottle of soap, and it was like stress relief soap, and he said, I need some relief. So that's why I call it Relief Windows. It's literally that simple. But here we are 20 years later, and you're talking about one of the leaders in the entire Gulf South. From Houston, Texas, all the way through the Panhandle of Florida. If you need windows, you need Relief Windows, because they're always going to give you exceptional customer service, great product, and a true lifetime transferable warranty. You install Windows once with Relief Windows, and you're done forever. It's Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows door siding, they do shutters as well. ReliefWindows.com. Okay, y'all, Friday show is brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We're not going to break. Muse will do Tigers in the Pros when we come back. Theriot in about 15 minutes from right now. Also 15 minutes away from first pitch with LSU and the school formerly known as Nebraska Omaha, now just Omaha. Omaha! And probably a little bit of a hat tip. You know, 2 years ago when LSU was at the College World Series, they practiced. And actually, I was talking to Hanny about this because I went and saw Ott and Hanny for lunch today. They were at Rufino, so I went and had lunch, saw the guys. And Hanny told me, like, that's where LSU has practiced forever, is at Omaha's field. There's Omaha, and then there's a high school in, what is it? Do you know the name of the high school? Is it with an E? I forgot. Anyway, there's a high school in Omaha, and that's another place where a lot of teams practice. But LSU for years has practiced at Nebraska Omaha, now just Omaha. So maybe it's one of those things where it's like, hey, thanks for letting us use your field. Why don't you come down to Baton Rouge, get your head kicked in for 3 days, and we'll give you a nice paycheck to do so. But anyway, Tigers and Mavericks. First pitch game 1, 13 minutes away. If you missed it, a little schedule change. They're not going to play on Sunday because of the weather. So they're going to play a doubleheader on Saturday. So 4 o'clock here Friday, and then noon and 5 o'clock on Saturday. As a matter of fact, by the way, let's see, Michelle Southern sent me the radio lineup for those looking for it, because there's going to be a basketball conflict. So Game 3 will be on 100.7 The Tiger in the Baton Rouge area. So today and Saturday's Game 1 at noon will be on Eagle 98.1. If you're looking for baseball, Game 3, Saturday afternoon, that'll be on 100.7 The Tiger, because basketball will be on Eagle 98.1 Saturday at 5. So, oh, you know what? That also messes up the giveaway. Remember, it was if you took your baseball ticket from 2 o'clock, you got a free ticket to basketball at 5. I guess it still plays.
It could still play, yeah.
If you want to go do both, but if you want to stay at the box and watch 18, up to you. Do what you want to do. All right, let me knock out a break, but I do want one of those sweatshirts. Like the first 300 students are getting an LSU baseball sweatshirt, and I want one.
And those things have got to be gone by now, right? I mean, we're like 12 minutes out here.
Who handles promotions for LSU baseball? I don't know who the promotions.
I don't know either.
Baseball. I got to get one of those. I got to get a large. Somebody hook your boy up. All right, Muse will do Tigers and the Pros next.
AFR.
Brought to you by Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Hey, how about this? God, what a jam-packed weekend. If you're going to be spending part of your weekend out at campus, I mean, look, you got gymnastics tonight. You've got LSU baseball starting here shortly. Maybe you're going to the baseball game. You're going to have some lag between baseball and gym. You can get by Rouse's, grab some food for dinner. You're going to be tailgating, get by Rouse's, grab some ice cold Bud Light, some Evermore. How about that? Stay hydrated. Even though it's cold outside, you get to drink your water, do so. Or how about bowl of crawfish? They got it at Rouse's. Grab and go. They've already got it bag tagged, ready to roll. Just grab, go at Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints, and, of course, the official supermarket of AFR. Also, if you're heading out to the parade route this weekend, you need all your snacks, your party trays, your beer, your water, your drinks for the kids. They got it all at Rouse's. Rouse's.com. Rouse's. This feels like home.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wildin'.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Wrapping up hour number 1. Got a text from my buddy Butch Drews. Retired from Clegg's Nursery. Big fan of the show. Big fan of Muse as well. Muso doing a Got Lit commercial. How appropriate.
I don't know why that's appropriate, but yeah.
Hit the rim shot.
Nice. You know.
Yeah, you do.
Shout out Got Lit, though.
Shout out Got Lit. Oh! Derek texted me today. I was driving. I didn't want to.
Safe.
I need
Safety
to
first.
send him a link. You know what he So I was wearing my Boot Up Customs hoodie from our guy Michael Anderson.
Okay.
On Locked on LSU. He was like, love the hoodie. Where did you get it? I was driving. I didn't want to get him the link and send it. Forgot. Anyway, Derek is with, of course, Got Lit. No longer just Christmas lights.
Yep.
So they're a sponsor in Muso at the box?
Correct.
How appropriate. Now Muse can get lit in more ways than one. He got lit in more ways than one. Get it?
Yeah.
Matthew Samsonite Muso, Tigers in the pros.
Knew it started with an S, though.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
Some disappointing news for a former Tiger. Baseball America reported just as we walked into studio today that Thatcher Hurd is set for Tommy John surgery.
Oh, no.
Yeah, been a rough history with injuries. Of course, you'll remember before he transferred to LSU, was shut down at UCLA with that back injury. Third-round pick of the Yankees in July of 2024. They were excited for him to make the professional debut. That will now have to wait until 2026. He will have the surgery next week and to repair the UCL and also remove a bone chip. Speedy recovery for Thatcher Hurd. Paul Gervais in spring training with the Rays. Rough debut in spring training today. 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 earned, walked 3, and only punched out 1. But there'll be plenty more outings for him coming up here throughout the spring. And then Ben Simmons for the Nets last night. 6-5 for Ben. 3 of 3 from the floor. That's Tigers and Pros.
All right, our Friday shows are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. You're looking at Whole Foods, look to your right, you'll see Don Juan. All right, when I got a break, I just got a text from Lady Jag at the front desk. What did that? It said Theriot saves the day, puts out a sign fire. What?
AFR.
Find out about that coming up after SportsCenter. Hey, we're brought to you by Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. ShawbillsTire.com. ShawbillsTire.com. Locations all over South Louisiana. Started in Morgan City, moved up to Baton Rouge, all over Greater Baton Rouge, from Livingston here in Baton Rouge, West Baton Rouge, continued moving west into Acadiana. The bottom line is, if you need tires, you might as well get the best tires on the road at the cheapest price possible. That's what they do every single day and have for more than 50 years at Shawbills. I love it. They're like every day is Mardi Gras at Shawbills. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what it says, and that's what this little graphic says. And I think it's a fun graphic. And I think Mardi Gras is fun, too. So, you want to have fun buying tires? Make sure you get your Shawbills credit card so you get VIP pricing on the best tires on the road, and you can pay for it 6 months interest-free with the Shawbills credit card. ShawbillsTire.com. Shawbills, we keep you rolling.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown, and this just in, the Jaguars hired James Gladstone as the team's new GM. For the last 9 years, he's been an executive with the Rams. When Brandon Staley was the head coach of the Chargers, he hired Kellen Moore to be his offensive coordinator. Now Moore is the new head coach of the Saints, and ESPN has learned he's hiring Staley to be his defensive coordinator. The Bengals cut defensive lineman Sheldon Rankins, clearing almost $10 million in cap space. We've got an NBA doubleheader starting at 7 Eastern on ESPN with the Cavaliers hosting the Knicks. ESPN's Tim Bontemps.
I think the Cavs are going to be the #1 seed in the East. I do think we're going to see over the next couple weeks if there's going to be a real race or not. The Cavs have a pretty tough schedule, including being in Boston a week from now for the final meeting of the season with the Celtics. Boston looks like they're ready to go on a big run. They've won 8 of their last 9 now.
Tim Bontemps on Get Up. The second game on ESPN tonight will be the Rockets hosting the Timberwolves at 9:30 Eastern.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Monday. Huge NBA weekend. Baseball is back, plus college basketball, and I will react to it all in my Upon Further Review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's on Sportsmanlike, weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
Let's ride!
It's that Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You picture better reload. Get the point.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs. Alpha Customs, Prairieville and Lafayette, and online at alphacustoms.net.
Well, how's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but good. I'm full of good ideas.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers, and the Giants lead 4-3
The wave pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, man!
Hey, shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Miggity, 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 Musu. Today we all owe Ryan Stewart Theriot a sincere debt of gratitude. Not all heroes wear capes. Sometimes they're driving enormous trucks, lifted by Alpha Customs. They happen to be sitting in a parking lot at a radio station, feverishly and hurriedly working through their show prep they should have done days before, when they just happen to glance into a rearview mirror and notice a raging fire. And while some may stand by idly filming that fire, hoping to go viral on social media, heroes like Ryan Stewart Theriot spring into action, darting and dashing through the office, racing to find a fire extinguisher, grabbing said device, running straight into danger, not knowing how to operate said device, but knowing there's only one option: extinguish these flames. Fire extinguisher. And that's exactly what he did. Today, all of us here at Guarantee Media at 929 Government Street owe Ryan Stewart Theriot, a true hero, a debt of gratitude, because without Ryan Stewart Theriot, I don't know where we'd be in this very moment. Our hero. Our hero. Mr. Ryan Theriot. Yeah! Let's go!
Thanks, guys.
Go, Theriot!
Thank you.
Yeah!
Oh, where do I start? I
Come on
mean,
now.
you know,
This man saved our company today.
This
man saved our company today.
All I could think about,
thank you,
it just kept rushing through my brain was the children that wouldn't be able to eat if this place burned to the ground. And, Matt, I didn't know what to do, but I knew I had to do something. I thought about just jumping on it myself and just rolling.
Stop, drop, and roll.
But by the grace of the Lord, there was a fire extinguisher downstairs, and
or because we're operating according to building code and have fire extinguishers where they should be.
And the beautiful faces of all the children that rely on this place for income to eat. And I just did what I had to do. I could feel the flames. I don't know if my eyebrows are still intact.
They're good.
But
it was
such
you're good.
It was a rush of heat that just I was overcome in the beginning, and then just adrenaline. I mean,
it's okay. It's okay.
It was intense.
You let it out. It's okay.
It was intense. But
you saved us today.
The firefighters said that they said, Ryan, you're a hero. And they asked for some pictures, which I didn't. I was just, I did what I think anybody would have done.
You weren't comfortable. No.
I wasn't a hero today. No, yes, I was.
Yeah, you are.
I saved this place.
You definitely saved the sign out front. No doubt about that, dog. I mean, that thing might be completely toast right now, but for you.
Man, what a moment. What a moment.
So, in all seriousness, apparently there was a fire in front of our building, and Theriot raced in, grabbed a fire extinguisher, and put out the fire. So what happened?
Like you said, I'm minding my own business.
So you're sitting in the parking lot in your car?
Yes.
Because you never want to come in until it's time to come on air. So you just sit in the parking lot.
I'm minding my own business. I look up. I glance up from watching Theo Vaughn, and
Bro, there's flames. Like, I could see the heat coming up. I'm like, what is going on?
How high were the flames?
I mean, where I was sitting, there's the bricks, the walkway, and I could see them above the walkway.
Okay.
You'll see when you get out, like, all of the landscaping was on fire.
So in front of our building, we have one of the large street signs that are very commonly in front of buildings, right? So you could see from far down the street. I mean, it's probably 40, 50 feet high. I don't know what the
LED, like, light up is nice.
I don't know what the laws are for how high. I'm just guessing. Like a 50-foot high sign. It's got all of our radio stations, that big sign out front, and it's in a large flower bed. Like the posts are in a flower bed, so there's mulch and everything in there.
It's nice.
And I just looked out the window. Half the thing is charred black, it's all burned.
Bro, it was on fire, dude. So
how did the fire start?
I ran up to the front. I didn't know what to do. I ran up to the front, started banging on the thing. Lady Jag lets me in.
You have your key card?
My door in my truck is wide open. I didn't know what to do. I was just going to...
You have your key card in your wallet? Do you have a key card?
I have a key card.
Okay.
I didn't have it with me. She lets me in.
Okay.
I'm like, there's a fire. It's on fire. She's like, well, I'm going to call 911. She goes, why didn't you call 911? I went, I don't know. I didn't. So she called the fire department. I opened up the door, saw a fire extinguisher, and that's when I leapt into action.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, like you said, I did what heroes do. And
I mean, you did.
And we made it happen.
You did.
I mean, I saved everybody, really.
You definitely saved that sign. I mean, that much is for absolute certain.
Well, we just saw it in California, Matt, and the wind's blowing. Those flames can leap.
Yeah, I think it was probably a little different situation here than
I don't know.
Palisades. That wind coming off the river can whip a little bit.
The wind. That's all I could think about was having a repeat of that. So I did what I had to do, man, and put myself in harm's way. I probably shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have gotten that close to the flames, but God, that one was for Drew and Erica. You know, I mean, it was for Muse and Paulie and Lady Jag and Gordy. And Ashley, all I could think about was Ashley and the kids.
And the kids, yeah.
And
Cade.
CV, man. I mean, what's he
Baby
gonna?
Annabelle.
What are they gonna do? How are they gonna eat if this place goes up in flames?
ABV. Annabelle Voisin. What do they do?
So I made it happen, man. I made it happen. So.
T-Bob and Jake. They got combined. They got 8 kids.
Oh man.
You know.
How were they gonna? Yeah. How?
Rivers, who works here now, right there across the hall.
Yeah.
Little Estelle and Grant. I mean, all their little faces just flash through your eyes in that moment.
Yeah, I didn't know their names, but yeah.
That's.
But they did, and I just did what I had to do. I made it happen for everyone. So yeah, it was look, man, that was intense. I've never done that before.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Truly amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Okay.
It's a good cap to the week though, but it's been a good week. A great week, actually.
We got to do Ryan's letter, but I think we need to appropriately give it its time, and we're at the end of the segment.
Another round of applause. I thought you were going to say you were going to give me another round of applause. Thank you.
Yeah!
Yep.
Let's go! Let's go, Theriot!
I'm going to put this out there for everybody. I want everybody to hear this. Hazard pay, like, is there something, maybe we talk to Gordy about that?
We'll continue on AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by River City's 1 hour air, where they're always on time, or
you don't get a dime.
No. You don't
pay a dime.
That's it. Yep.
You don't pay a dime.
That's it. Oh my gosh. Like tonight, the low. Have you looked at this tonight, the temps?
It's cold, bro. It's cold last night and the night before last.
What's going on with this? I don't like this at all.
It always does this right before Mardi Gras.
Did you say Mardi?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi. My dad says that too.
Does he?
Mardi Gras.
Boy, Deke.
Old New Orleans. Mardi Gras.
My guy.
Mardi.
That's where I got it from.
Mardi. There's no R in there. It's just Mardi. Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the Mardi Gras parade.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out at the cigar bar. You get the Deke around. Oh, River City's 1 hour. Sorry, I got it complete. Look for the big yellow vans and trucks with a giant clock on the side. That's who the Deke calls when it's around Mardi Gras or not. River City's 1 hour air.
crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Three minutes and 3, 2, 1. 43 minutes to go. 43 minutes. Oh, turn the game on. What are we doing? We don't have the game on. Wait, the game started.
I have the game on. I don't know what y'all
No
are
kidding,
doing
you have
up
the
there.
game on, so we're not paying attention at all. 43 minutes left to enter. How are we doing over there, Muse?
It's the bottom of the first. It's scoreless.
How did
Stanfield.
Anderson do in the top?
One over the... No, actually, he faced the minimum because they threw out the runner stealing.
How did the runner get on base?
He was hit by a pitch in a 1-2 count.
Okay, thank you. All right, so a 42 minutes and 25 seconds. Entries are cut off. We announced it last Friday. We're giving it away. We're drawing at 5:30. So in an hour and 13 minutes, but entries are cut off at 5 Central. So entries are cut off in 42 minutes and 12 seconds. You want to win 5? How about Theriot? He comes in here, puts out a fire at the building, and is giving away $5,000 of his own money because I'm not putting up any money for this. It's all your money, by the way.
5,000. When are we announcing?
We're announcing at 5:30.
So this is 40 minutes. So anybody listening, go to, what is it, parishbuilt.com.
How do you not know our website?
Parishbuilt.com.
What is it?
Go to parishbuilt.com.
There it is.
Fill out the inspection tab. You'll see the $5,000 giveaway right there. And you can enter to win $5,000 free money. I'm coming to your house. I'm throwing the cash at your face. We're going to film
You
it.
got a money gun.
We have a money gun. I've got a Publishers Clearinghouse giant check. It's going to be awesome.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay.
We're giving away $5,000. And you got 40 minutes to register to win.
All you got to do is fill out the form on the homepage
Fill out
for a
the form on
free,
the
no
homepage.
obligation roofing inspection.
That's it.
And follow us on social.
That's it.
All the rules and everything are there.
That's
But
it.
it's that simple.
$5,000.
Parishbuilt.com.
If you want $5,000,
Yep.
you've got 40 minutes to do it.
Parishbuilt.com.
Go to parishbuilt.com.
Parishbuilt.
And we're going to announce the winner today?
Yeah, at 5:30.
5:30.
We're drawing live on air at 5:30.
We're going to draw live on air. I love it.
So we're shutting it off at 5. Macy, our marketing director, is going to send me all the names in an Excel document. I'm going to pump them in, all those names into the randomizer, and I'm going to hit select winner live on the air, and it's going to pop up a name, and that's who's going to win the $5,000. We're announcing, and we're going to call them live on air and tell them they win $5,000.
Who doesn't want $5,000?
Cash. What are you doing? What a day for you. You put out a flyer here at Guarantee. You're giving away $5,000. What else is going on in your life?
I'm blessing people.
What else is going on in your life? What a week. I mean, how about
a lot of good stuff.
Last night, the Squirrels.
Oh, man. What?
Like Tom and Mansky, back to back to back for the Squirrels.
Listen. Yeah, it's been a big week.
Is this part of your letter or no?
Yeah, there's part of that in my letter.
For those that missed it, we'll tell people the news here.
Yeah, so the three-peat took place. Macy in Georgia and the Parkview Eagles. Shout out to the entire team, coaches, support staff, parents, everybody.
But really, Macy and Georgie.
Well, I mean, they're my daughters, and Macy won MVP of the game, so whatever. But yeah, everybody. It takes a team to win, bro.
Yeah, but really, Macy and Georgie.
Well, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Look at them.
There they are.
Oh,
Go full
man,
screen.
3 in a row.
I mean,
that's an accomplishment, bro.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, they busted their butts. But here's the kicker. They're going
little soccer pun.
They're going for a
the kicker.
They're going for another state title tomorrow.
Let's go.
So can they get two state titles in 72 hours is the question.
What they got tomorrow?
Indoor track state championship meet.
Where is that?
LSU.
So they're at Bernie Moore?
Yes.
Indoor.
Yes.
What events are they running in?
Yeah, and I don't know that. I know they're running the 4x8 for sure. I'm probably 4x4, the 800, maybe the 400. I mean, they're running as much as they can.
All of it.
Yeah. But they got an awesome little team. They got a good shot, man. We'll see.
Hey, you wouldn't believe it.
So.
But I could run like the wind blows.
But it's been a good week, bro. It really has.
Sounds
let me start this off with a public apology. Okay. First, I would like to apologize. I know when I've made mistakes, and I made a mistake here. I want to apologize to the fella at my gym who decided to turn the fan on full blast in the middle of my cardio session.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Totally disregarding everyone else's ability to get a decent sweat going because he's a fat, lazy slob. I want to tell that guy I'm sorry.
Why?
Shouldn't have done that. Because he must have been listening. He must be a listener.
Everybody is.
To this show.
Like everybody listens. You didn't know that?
Because the exact same situation happened last week.
Same guy?
I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah.
2 miles in. Decent sweat starting to go. I got about another 1.5 miles, maybe 2, that I'm going to try to crank out.
Mm-hmm.
And the door opens, and here he comes.
Same guy.
Same guy. Same outfit, whole thing. I'm like, he's going to do it again.
Son of a bugger.
And I'm going to punch this dude right in the face. Bro, he walks over, gets on the machine next to me, looks at me, and starts his workout. Didn't even touch the fan.
Not a babe. Good.
Man, I want to apologize. I want to apologize for putting you on blast, but maybe you needed it.
You don't apologize for putting him on blast. You put him on blast and you got the net result you wanted.
That's right.
Now he's more considerate and the world's a better place.
You know what? You're right.
No apologies.
I'll take that back.
No apology.
Good job, Ryan. I'm going to pat myself on the back.
You should.
For calling this dude out.
You don't congratulate somebody for doing the right thing. Hey, way to not steal when you walked into a store.
That's true.
Hey, way to not kill somebody today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's what you're supposed to. You don't congratulate someone for bringing their shopping cart back to the corral in the parking lot. It's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
You criticize the loser who leaves their shopping cart in the middle of the parking lot because they're an inconsiderate a-hole.
A-hole.
And all you did was put that inconsiderate a-hole on blast. And guess what? He changed his behavior. He's reformed. Good. He needed to hear it.
Yep.
He needed to hear it.
You know what? You're right.
I know I'm right.
Good job, Ryan. Now, there are a few things that are bothering me this week. It's been a great week, but there's a couple things. There's some good stuff and there's some bad stuff. I'm going to go to the good stuff first. Elon and his posse of computer nerds have found out where the trillions of hard-earned tax dollars are going. That's awesome. Yeah. Shout out, Elon. Attaboy. Keep it going.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
because I don't know a ton about that.
Okay, I'm on
But
it.
I follow Elon on
Yeah.
X, obviously, and he keeps putting up how Doge is finding all this
Yeah.
money that's going wherever.
Right.
Like, so that money,
Mm-hmm.
I would assume now, so you're cutting those expenses. That's going to help our deficit. Yes?
Yeah.
You don't know.
No, 100% it's going to help.
How much?
However much he saves. I mean, the money's coming back.
But or is it just not going out?
It's not
So
going
would you-
out, but they're clawing back funds as well.
But you've got to have a surplus to be able to attack your deficit, right?
Sure.
To be able to attack your debt.
Mhm.
So I don't know if we're at yet, or are we just slowing the rate of debt and inflation? I don't know.
100%. Well, the amount that's being taken in from a tax standpoint doesn't change, but the fact that you're giving it to, I'm not even going to go into it. You guys can look on Twitter.
It's crazy, some of that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So anyway, shout out to Elon. Attaboy. Stay hot. Keep it going.
You know what else is crazy?
Mm.
That there are actually people like criticizing that.
Yeah, no, those are just idiots.
Like, what are you? Who? Like, that's not a partisan thing, like at all. That's oh my God, were we really spending money on whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll scroll through his thing and find the.
No, yeah, we were giving that money to. I think it was like something like $50 million for condoms in one of the countries in Africa. Which is, I mean, what are we doing? It's crazy. And then I did see that they're even considering giving us a couple bucks back. I don't necessarily want the money back. I just don't want to give it to terrorist organizations, right? Let's just not do that. Let's just build better streets and let's, anyway.
$42 million for Johns Hopkins to drive social behavior change in Uganda. 20 million for fiscal federalism in Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
19 million for biodiversity conservation in Nepal. I mean, 2.5 million for inclusive democracies in South Africa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including 22 million for inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what Moldova is.
21 million for voter turnout in India?
Mm-hmm.
This is unbelievable.
It's incredible.
And the thing that pisses me off, it's like, I pay a buttload in taxes.
Don't get me started.
Like, it's nauseating. It's the
Since
thing you
I
don't
was
realize
21.
when you're younger and then you start paying. Like, there's a lot of people older than me going, yeah, welcome to the world, kid. I get it, but I'm 42. I've been paying tax for a long time. But you get in your prime earning years and you're like,
yeah,
holy hell, that's a big number.
Yeah. To
Going
Uganda.
for this,
Moldova.
And meanwhile,
I'm not filing this year. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying this year.
Like,
Not doing it.
meanwhile,
Until you guys fix it, I'm out.
bro, I have a special needs
Now.
child who has, not that it, you know what, I'll say this on air. I don't think people care, but I'll just give you an illustration of what frustrates me with this. So Drew's tube fed, right? He's got a feeding tube. We have to, so there's a pump that programs his feed, and the formula he gets goes into a bag that attaches to this pump.
Okay.
You have to change the bag every day. The bags are like $10, and insurance doesn't cover them. So we have to come out of pocket every day, like 365 days. We spend over $3,500 a year just for the bags.
Yeah.
Not even the formula, the pump, the medicine, all of it. I'm not complaining. Like, it's my son. Will you do what you do for your child? But the point is, why don't good tax-paying American citizens get help? But what are we?
I'm with it.
$32 million to the Prague Civil Society Center? Like, can I just have $3,500 for bags for my special needs kids' food pump?
I get it.
Can I have that, please?
I'm with it, man.
That's the thing where I go, oh, that's...
And people are pissed about it.
I don't know who's pissed. That's what I'm like, who...
No. There's people pissed.
I don't understand who's pissed. That's what I don't understand. Like, that, it feels like this should be a consensus. Like, we don't agree on a lot in this country. That's one where everyone should be like, yes.
Yeah, bro.
Let's stop spending $520 million for a consultant on the environment. $520 million for a consultant on the environment?
And
what is that?
Yeah, what would really drive you crazy is when you dig into like who the consultant was and where it was going. I mean, that's the crazy. Anyway, that's bad. Anyway, shout out to Elon, attaboy. Keep it up. Don't stop. Don't let the haters get you.
Don't stop till you get
Oh, you know what else happened?
What?
The LSU men's basketball team, they've won a few games.
I know, I love that.
Yeah, we got action. And Cam Carter, boy, nice player. And so anyway, shout out to that guy.
Attaboy.
And of course, we talked about it earlier. My daughters were able to hold up yet another state title for the Parkview Eagles. Shout out everyone. All in all, it's been a pretty good week. But, and then I saved Guarantee Broadcasting. Shout out to Ryan.
Guarantee Media. We haven't been Guarantee Broadcasting in like 10 years.
I saved Guarantee Media. Shout out to Ryan.
Yep.
But, to the stuck-up, sexually deprived Karen who threatened to kick me out of the suite at the soccer game, you can kick rocks.
Are we doing kick rocks right now?
Kick rocks.
First off, it's not your suite to kick me and my family out of, Karen.
Oh.
And second, you don't know who you're messing with, Karen. See, I can make a call or two and have you kicked out of the suite.
Karen's messing with a hero.
Karen, we weren't making any noise. Everyone was super calm. Hell, the game hadn't even started yet. Karen.
It was 20 degrees, Karen.
You said I needed credentials, Karen. How about these credentials? Broadmoor High School Hall of Fame 2022. Take that, Karen.
Got him.
EBR Hall of Fame inaugural class.
Got him.
2023. Take that, Karen.
Karen.
You need to worry less about the folks in my suite, more about your personal hygiene. When you got close to me, you smelled like a pack of stale Fig Newtons, and a stupid bump-it hairstyle that you were rocking looked like you came straight from Wonder Years. You suck, Karen.
Who does Karen work for? She with Eddie Bonehead at the LHSAA?
I don't know who she works for, but let me just tell you something, lady.
Probably so. That would be on brand.
Lady, the hell out of my business. And guess what? I didn't leave. None of us left. Stupid. Sincerely, Ryan.
So after further review, we'll do Kick Rocks when we come back. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Action Industries. They're a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Industrial contractor, Action Industries. Great people. Been around since 1982. You know, a lot of people do work inside the fence, huh?
They do.
Ain't hard. It ain't easy to get hired to do work inside the fence.
No.
You got to have an exemplary safety record. You know who does? Action Industries. And because you rely on repeat business, you better do exemplary work. You know who does? Action Industries. And they know who they are. Look, there's some great mega contractors, right? You know the contractors that do $200 million jobs, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's not Action Industries. Like, they're not coming to bid on your mega project. But if you have that 100-person project, that is their sweet spot, and you're going to get every single resource available, all of their best people. So if you feel like maybe the giant contractors aren't giving you the attention you need on your project, maybe you need Action Industries. Action Industries, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Need service now? Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you same-day appointments for service, and we offer pickup and delivery of your vehicle from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. If you need sales and service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for
The Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Oh, the Yankees! They're letting him have facial hair now. Playhouse
so
Steinbrenner.
good. Yes.
By the way, one of the giant resentments of my life for you, although I love you dearly, is you had a chance to play for the Yankees, and you told them no. And I resent you because I would have had a friend playing for the Yankees, and that would have benefited me greatly because I could have gone and watched and probably gotten a tour and all kind of stuff. So
Could have met Babe Ruth. Like, you could have done
he's
all
been dead.
the fun
Been
stuff.
dead for a long time. But I'll never forget when you told me that. You were in the office at the old traction on Opportunity Avenue. You were in the office right when you walked in, the office to the left. You were sitting right there, probably had your feet on the desk, and you told me that.
Yeah, I did.
Hal Steinbrenner on why they changed the policy.
This generation, you know, the vast majority of 20s, 30s, into the 40s men in this country have beards. You know, our new vice president has a beard. Members of Congress have a beard. The list goes on and on and on in this country and in this world.
Terrible
It is a part of who these younger men are. It's a part of their character. It's a part of their persona. Do I totally relate to that? It's difficult for me. I'm an older guy who's never had a beard in his life. But it's a very important thing to them, and they feel it defines their character. It is also the norm in this country for all the reasons I just talked about. I did make the decision that the policy that was in place was outdated, and given how important it is to that generation, and given that it is the norm in this world today, that it was somewhat unreasonable.
He said the vast majority have beards. Vast majority.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say beards, but
how would you classify vast majority?
Like 90%.
Okay. In this room, Paul has a beard. I have a beard. You do not.
Nah.
Muse does not. We are actually a representative collective of this country because as of 2023, 44% of men in the United States report having a beard. In 2017, the number was 33%. So we are going through a bit of a facial hair revolution.
Mm-hmm.
But to say the vast majority of the people in our country have a beard, that's a little bit of a mischaracterization.
Yeah,
how do you feel? How do you feel
a,
about it? You played in the bigs.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
I mean, there's a difference though, between a beard and like facial hair. You know, when I think beard, I think like Santa Claus, like beard, like you've got action, Duck Commander. like big beard. You know, facial hair is one thing. Beard is another thing. You know, would it be comfortable to play baseball with a giant beard or no?
I mean, Johnny Damon was one that always comes to mind. He was with Boston. He was Jesus Damon. He looked like Jesus. Had the shoulder-length hair, had the big beard, signs with the Yankees, has to cut his hair, shave his beard.
Brian Wilson had a big beard.
But he didn't play for the Yankees.
The beard.
Yeah, the beard. James Harden.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
How do you feel about it? How would you feel about it in the locker room?
I don't care. They're making.
Oh, there you go. Look, there it is.
Yeah, they're making. Johnny doesn't have a beard. That's not a beard to me. That's not a beard. That's a nice. That's nice facial hair.
Like
clean.
he's got what I got.
Yeah.
Like what Johnny has in that picture is what I have right now.
And it's good.
Just manicured.
Clean. It looks good. Like that should be fine.
Well, the long hair was a problem too. For the Yankees.
For the Yankees.
Yeah. I don't care one iota. Paul Maneri had that rule for a long time.
Look, man, it's whatever. Is it outdated and blah blah blah? Yeah, probably. Is it? You know, could you say it's tradition if you play for the Yankees and wear the pinstripes that you're going to be clean shaven? Yeah, you could say that too. You know, whatever. If it's keeping you from getting a player that can help you win the World Series, and then yeah, you're going to change that.
You know what changes that? Add an extra 0 on the contract.
Or they just
no one's passing on hundreds of millions of dollars for a beard. What you got, Muse?
No, I was just going to bring up Garrett Cole as well. I mean, Garrett Cole, they had him cut his hair, and it wasn't even near shoulder length like Damon. It was just a flip that comes out the back of a hat, and he had a nice groomed beard.
They all had to cut it. They all. I mean, anymore. I'm not sure what they said about long hair though. If this is just facial hair. If they still have long hair, I don't know.
I don't know, but I do know we have 19 minutes to win $5,000.
Oh my God, it is. Yes, we are counting down. Thank you.
Yeah.
We are have the drawing, $5,000 cash at 5:30, but the entries cut off literally in 18 minutes and 56 seconds.
Yep.
Straight up 5 o'clock, entries are off. If you want to win $5,000, it's easy. Go to parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Fill out the form for a free, no obligation roofing inspection. Follow us on social. That's it. Do those 2 things, and you're entered. All the rules are at the website, parishbuilt.com. Again, entries cut off straight up 5 o'clock, so 18 minutes and 33 seconds. And if you don't sign up, you can kick rocks. Are we doing kick rocks?
It's time to kick rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick rocks.
Presented
Ruckus.
by Ruckus. Kick rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge, or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can kick rocks. That's a standing kick rocks, but this one's
a perpetual kick rock.
Kick rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. Okay, you can kick rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
They can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Some way, somehow, my phone number has gotten out there to the spam folks. Oh, man. I mean, it is 15 to 20 a day.
Oh, man.
I get
what?
I get the, some of them have the spam, possible spam like alert. Obviously, I don't answer those. But then others look like numbers that are legit, and I'll answer it.
No, don't answer. That's why you're getting the spams. If you answer, then you're on. They're going to keep calling.
They keep calling.
Just never answer if you don't recognize the number.
It is bad right now.
Well, that's the problem.
Okay.
And by the way, the other thing I'll tell you too is don't even hit decline because you're still engaging with the call. So just ignore it. If it's a spam, just let it go to your voicemail. Just don't engage with it at all. That's what's happened to you.
Well, spam calls can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
We canceled a game. LSU canceled a game Wednesday because it was too cold out. Was that Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday night.
Yeah, LSU, whoever made that decision, whether it be Jay or whoever, you can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Jay, you better talk to your boy.
You can kick rocks, bro.
That's your boy.
Clean it up.
Talk to him.
You're better than that. We had little young high school girls out there playing in that, but they can't go play in the cold weather.
That's true. That was the night of the soccer.
What was it? It's too cold for them to go play?
It's too cold.
Shut up. Go play in the cold, okay? It's tired. Canceling a game because it's too cold. What is this world coming to?
I don't know.
I would like to give a hug to somebody that I was kind of off of until today. And that is Juan Soto, because I don't think he's necessarily deserving for the contract that he got. I think, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to hate on the guy for getting the money. I just don't, whatever. That's a whole other story.
That money.
Juan Soto wanted to be
bills,
number
y'all.
22 for the New York Mets. Problem was, Brett Beatty had number 22, who is a pre-arbitration, still on his rookie deal, third baseman, nice player, young, nice player. And so what Juan did was he went to Brett's buddies and figured out what his ideal vehicle would be. He'd been driving the same car since he was drafted. And he went and spent $95,000 on a souped-up Chevy Tahoe.
A bit.
And then they filmed it in exchange for number 22. And I want to give Juan Soto a hug for that.
All right.
Classy move. I like you now. I'm on you, bro.
All class.
All class for Juan. Anyway, that's it.
Presented by Ruckus. Hey, I haven't asked you this yet, but I kind of need a favor.
All right.
So I kind of need you to go meet me and Drew at Ruckus tomorrow. Doesn't have to be long, but he is convinced, I don't know why, but every time we run through his schedule, he's like, Saturday, Saturday we always go to Daddy's work, ride the elevators.
Yep.
He's like, go to Drew's house, then go see Ryan at Ruckus.
Oh, man.
He thinks he's seeing you at Ruckus tomorrow.
You're pulling on the heartstrings, bud.
What you got tomorrow?
We have the state indoor track meet.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
But
nope,
no. I will make it happen.
Nope, I'm going solo.
I'll miss one of the girls' races for that guy.
We're not doing that. Not doing that.
Let me look at the schedule.
Not doing that.
And if time allows, they open at 10.
He'll get over it. Next week.
They open at 10. So
next week.
If time allows, we'll
do it
make
next
it happen. Or you can just go to ruckus103.com and get all their new stuff.
I mean, that's so good. Ruckus103.com.
Bro, we went and made it rain a couple weeks ago.
You did.
Yeah, I bought.
I struck out on a few things. Looking for. It's hard to get. No such thing. Because you got all the girls' sneakers for Valentine's. That was Valentine's Day. We went.
Mm-hmm.
I struck out on a few things, some things I really like, but it's why, man, you got to follow Ruckus on social media, especially when they have new drops. They put them on Instagram and Facebook, and so you can see what they have when the new drops come. So you can get over to the store, ruckus103.com, RUKUS. If it's not for you, your kids love them too, trust me. So just go to ruckus103.com, follow them on Insta, turn on notifications, so whenever they post something new, you'll see it. You can be first in line, you grab them, ruckus103.com. All right, it's After Further Review. Friday show is brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Muse, give me a count here on the baseball game. I need to go turn that on in the break.
It is 2-0 LSU in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, first and second. Jared Jones to the plate.
All right. Kate Anderson still in the bump?
Still in the bump.
All right. We'll do Ask Ryan to wrap up hour number 2 next. Get your questions in. Email us, tweet us, text us in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan next.
After Further Review.
Brought to you by Duplessis Builders, duplessisbuilders.net. We moved into a house that had a pool. Mm-hmm. And one of the things we had to do within the first few, we didn't have to necessarily, but one of the things that was an upgrade we had to do eventually was we had to redesign our pool. Okay. It was very dated. And Duplessis can do this for you. So if you bought a home that has a pool that needs some updating, the pool decking, if you need to replaster it, that gunite, like one of the things we did was we added stools and a bench in our pool as well.
Yeah, that's big league.
Redid the brick wall and the water feature. It's gorgeous. There's all those options Duplessis can do for you. Of course, if you're starting from scratch, from digging the hole in the ground through the whole completion and doing the landscaping, Duplessis can do all of it for you. They're local. Derek has an engineering background, so you're going to get that exceptional craftsmanship. Beautiful pool. Lots of people can build you a beautiful pool. They can as well. But the craftsmanship is what stands above. DuplessisBuilders.net.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. Get your questions in for Theriot. We'll talk some college baseball with Ben Mintz, Barstool Mincy here in 10 minutes. By the way, you got 8 minutes and 30 seconds. 8 minutes and 30 seconds. You want to win $5,000? You got 8 minutes and 23 seconds. ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com. All you got to do is sign up for free, no obligation roofing inspection. Follow us on social. You're entered into the drawing. Drawing going down at 5:30. We're doing it live on the air. Someone's winning $5,000. We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center, 924-2020, 924-2020. Or you can always go to williamsoneye.com, williamsoneye.com for the Williamson Eye Center. Remember, eye care, eyewear, eye surgery. You can get your annual eye exam at the Williamson Eye Center. You can buy contacts or glasses at the Williamson Eye Center. Or you could have that refractive procedure at the Williamson Eye Center if you want to ditch those contacts and glasses forever. Starts with that consultation. Of course, Kyle, who is the consultant that you'll have that, you can do a virtual consultation. You go in and meet with her face-to-face. She's awesome. This is not a sales pitch. I want to be very clear. Like, that consultation is not a sales pitch. It's just, let me get some information about your vision history. We'll talk about what we have as options and then see what might be a suitable solution for you. Just go for that consultation. 924-2020 or online, williamsoneye.com.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. After 9 years in the Rams front office, James Gladstone is the new GM of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He replaces Trent Baalke, who was fired a month ago. ESPN has learned the Saints will hire former Chargers head coach Brandon Staley as the team's new defensive coordinator. The NHL regular season resumes tomorrow. ESPN's Emily Kaplan reports several teams will be missing players after the Four Nations face-off.
I know going into this game last night that there were guys that were gutting through things that were pretty serious, and they are not going to be available for their teams this weekend. And I think everyone went under the general understanding that this was the risk, and this is why we hadn't played international hockey in so long.
Emily Kaplan on Clinton and Friends. Nebraska opts out of a home-and-home football contract to play Tennessee in 2026 and 27. Nebraska will pay $1 million to get out of that deal. Athletic Director Troy Dannon explains planned renovations to Memorial Stadium led to the decision.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Commercial Insurance. It flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Play Steelers last year?
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
Let's ride! You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again. Guess who's back again.
I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
With Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
Let me find out you wearing Spanx to hide your gut. Let me find
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
Chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Yeah, Brett?
Yeah!
All right. Entries are closed.
Entries are closed.
Drawing in 27 minutes to see who wins the 5 GUR.
5 large, baby.
Little something we have to announce as well. This isn't the only time we're going to do this.
Yeah, no, it can't be.
So, even if you don't win, your name will stay in the drawing for the next drawing and every drawing subsequent. So if you don't win, don't get discouraged.
No. You still got a chance.
But to stay in, we've got to complete the roof inspection.
Yeah.
But we're excited to do this. All right, LSU up 2-0 against Omaha. Top 4, runner on first. Cade Anderson on the bump. He's at 39 pitches, cruising along pretty good there. Our guy Barstool Mintzy visiting with us here Fridays, 5 o'clock. Talk a little college baseball the weekend ahead. Mintzy, how are you, man?
Doing good, man. Just I got to say, love the segment. Love getting to talk some college baseball on Friday at 5 going into the weekend. So
you were a big
experience.
You've been
hope y'all are a little warmer than I am. This Chicago winter. I know Theriot knows about it. This thing ain't no joke.
Dog, I lived in South Bend for a year. I mean, just on the east side of the lake from where you are. It sucks. I mean, it's miserable. But we had a wind chill here this morning. It was 14 degrees, something like that, the wind chill. So probably better than what you're dealing with, Mintzy, but still sucks a lot. Hey, man, give me a thought if I ask you one big takeaway from the SEC from opening weekend of conference, not conference play, but of play in the conference last week.
All right. I was watching that Arlington tourney real close, and I know Ole Miss and Texas both went 2-1, but I think Texas is going to be pretty dang good in year one with Schloss. They got a pretty deep lineup, and they got a good ace pitcher. So I think, I don't know how much of I'm not saying people thought it was a rebuild because they were like number 20, but I think they're going to be really competitive. And then my take last week, I still feel the Ole Miss bounce back thing's coming. 3 just won earlier today, 4-1 now. Hunter Elliott pitched good again, so I'm optimistic.
Yeah, we talked to Kendall Rogers earlier this week from D1 Baseball. He had the same takeaway about Ole Miss. Not a team that you'd expect to finish at the top or anywhere near the top of the standings, but very likely a team that would be a 2 or 3 seed somewhere in a regional. But who knows, man? You can always jump up and surprise how it goes along. Anything pop today so far, Mintzy? There's a lot of games that have gone final with a lot of day games. I'm looking at the slate right now. It doesn't look like there's anything super significant that's already happened. Anything that's caught your eye?
So far today, I mean, it's in the second inning, but Oregon State, Virginia is the best game of the day by far. They're both top 7 teams playing in Round Rock. D1 Baseball's over there streaming that this weekend. Our KP's over there. So I'm watching that one pretty close. The things to watch this weekend, there's showcases. Jacksonville has Ohio State, NC State, Bama, and Coastal Carolina. The Round Rock one looks, has Virginia, Oregon State, Oklahoma, Minnesota. And then in Arlington, TCU and Michigan are playing right now. It's TCU 5-3 in the 6th. But that's interesting because Michigan went 4-0 and won that Puerto Rico tourney last week, including beating Virginia. And then tonight, Arkansas, Kansas State's interesting to me because Kansas State beat Hagen Smith in that regional last year in Fayetteville. Huge upset. So I feel like the Hogs might be out for some revenge tonight. And then the Bama Coastal Carolina game later, I think ought to be a little high scoring and wild in Jacksonville. But, I've got a few picks. I'm prepared.
Hagen Smith, was he any good?
Bro.
Yeah, I think last year, every pick I made, Mintzy, I just looked at whoever Arkansas was playing on Friday, and I just took the under. That was like when we were making our picks, that was just a lock, just whatever. I'm going whoever Arkansas, just take the under in that game. All right, let's look at it, man. Who you looking at today?
All right, I got a few.
Right.
I'm going over in Bama, Coastal Carolina at 12.5. Even with it being Friday, guys, like Bama doesn't have like a super stud ace from what I've read. Coastal Carolina scores a lot of runs. This game's in Jacksonville, so I'm hoping it's not too cold. So I'm looking at that over. I'll tell you one series that's interesting this weekend that people, the South Louisiana people are going to. Nebraska at UL Lafayette. And yes, it's ULL. I will always call it ULL.
Yeah, same.
But that will be that'll be a fun atmosphere, even if it's cold. I'm kind of, that game's pick 'em tonight. Sort of was leaning ULL, if anything, there, just because I think they had a good home field edge. Matt, you mentioned it. Love the under 11 in Arkansas, Kansas State. Gabe Gagel for Arkansas, stud Friday night guy. Kansas State had a couple star players that are gone now. I don't know that that's like a reload situation. So I like that. I like that under.
I'm looking at 11 there at DraftKings. I don't know what you got it at, but I'm looking at 11 at DraftKings. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And then if you're like looking for some late night degen, Hawaii is actually like the top 15 non-Power 5 team this year, so I might take them minus 140 against Wichita. Late night game. I took them last night and they won.
That game's out on the island?
Yeah, late baseball on the island.
Hey, do you notice, one of the things that's an angle I always look at, Mintzy, during football season is when teams play Hawaii and you're looking at the travel, right? Like if a team is traveling to Hawaii, bet Hawaii. If Hawaii has to travel to the mainland, bet against Hawaii. Do you look at any of those trends with baseball?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, that's just such a far trip. And, Hawaii's a weird – I mean, I know this applied in football. It was a weird place to go travel. I felt like, it was almost like 16 on 11 with the officiating out there historically. So, yeah, I kind of look at it, too, for baseball. And like I said, Hawaii, you wouldn't think of it, but they're actually kind of good. So I'm kind of riding them.
I always one of the things that I always looked at last year that was an angle that served me well. I know we did our picks. We all gave 3 picks. And I would always look at what is the biggest total on the board on Friday, and I would bet the under. That was something I blind bet every week. And the biggest total on the board this week is Cincinnati UNLV at 14. So, like, for me, I'll blind bet that. I mean, I never go heavy on any of these plays. I think I think it's hard still to find consistency and value at times in college baseball as the books and everybody catches up. But I love to look at the biggest total of the day and play the under. So since the UNLV is an under that I'd play. You got any thought on that or anything? And Mintzy, the other thing I would say that you're looking at early in the season certainly is weather, right? I mean, weather is going to force some of these totals lower.
Yeah, that's a big thing you just mentioned. And my first play of the day was under 11.5 in Mississippi State. It was a 1-0 final because it's freezing cold in Mississippi. That Cincinnati UNLV is kind of interesting. Cincinnati won 2 out of 3 at Duke last weekend. It was like top 15, and they actually weren't terrible last year, so they might be a little better than people think. But yeah, I mean, I get your logic. I mean, Matt, you hit like 80% of your games for an entire season last year. So, I mean, dude, that was a wild last year. I mean, it was every week.
I took a lot of unders, and I took great pitching. Like you mentioned, we talked about Arkansas with Hagen Smith. I think I bet Arkansas every week when Hagen Smith was on the bump. But so you look for those. It gets Mintzy. I think it's kind of like with college basketball too, where I think in the pre-conference you're trying to a lot of the odds makers, like a lot of us, like bettors, are trying to figure out who is who and where there's value. Once you get into conference play. You have a much bigger sample size. I think it's easier to make some of these lines. So you may have some inflated lines and spots that you can take advantage of early. Do you see any of that?
Yeah, well, I'm on the wrong end of it right now, but I just thought it was crazy that Michigan was a plus like 180 underdog against TCU today after they went 4-0 in Puerto Rico, but it's 5-3 TCU right now. So that was not necessarily looking all that great. But, yeah, I mean, I think I found some value early, man. I think it's playing the situations like you said. Cold weather ain't good for these bats, so I think unders are a thing early. Sundays, I tend to bet overs because everybody gets, unless you're LSU or one of the super elite teams, nobody's got a good number 3 starter in college baseball. It's outside a handful of top teams. I look at unders on Friday night when the ace pitchers are pitching, and then I'm just looking at kind of travel stuff.
I mean,
that's kind of
like here's another one. Like, I don't know a ton about this Rice baseball team. But Southern Cal is playing in Houston against Rice, and it's 30 degrees in Houston. It's freezing. So you have a team from the West Coast in L.A. coming to Houston where it's freezing to take on Rice. And I'm looking at that line, and Rice is plus 175 on the money line, and they're minus 110 on the run line, plus 1.5. Like, I mean, I might split my bet and take both of those. You take a kind of a flyer on Rice on the money line, and you'll see if you can get them to pop plus 1.5 there.
Yeah, I like that. And I like the under thing on that too. Rice usually, I know they're not what they used to be, but they usually have a pretty good Friday night guy. I know last week they were in that Puerto Rico tourney and they were beating Michigan until the 8th and in their second game. No, I like your logic there. USC's got this Ethan Hedges kid for them has hit 3 homers in 4 or 5 games already. Because I see y'all's old friend Cody Warsham out there in USC now has been tweeting about this kid nonstop to So I guess he's getting the word out.
I got to see Cody around New Year. He actually, when LSU was playing the bowl game against Baylor, he popped into Don Juan. I got to say hello to him at least briefly. But doing really well out there in L.A., but miss him here for sure. But fun time of year. Anything else you're looking at this weekend, Mincy? Any college basketball?
Man, I'm going to be watching all weekend just those showcases. Like I said, TCU Arkansas tomorrow I think is real interesting in Arlington. But it's kind of weird. You know how college baseball is early. You got all these northern teams traveling south. Like a lot of these games are kind of preseason scrimmagey. But I love the showcases. And I know y'all are all excited as LSU fans because they're in the Arlington one next week.
Yep.
And, I think LSU baseball is going to be awesome this year. I picked them to win the SEC, but I'm ready for the cream puff for to end.
Man. Yeah, LSU will play Dallas Baptist Wednesday in Arlington, and then they'll head to Frisco for 3 games. K-State, Nebraska, and Sam Houston are the 3 games LSU play in Frisco next weekend. So we'll get a much better sense of what the Tigers will be whenever they face a little stiffer competition next week. I think we're all looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, but love having the season started, though. Super excited. And also, I'll say this, Saints related, I think Kellen Moore's putting together a damn good staff.
Yeah.
I like the Staley hire. I like the Nussmeier hire. I mean, I don't know that I don't know if Jesus Christ could win 10 games with this football team right now if he's coaching. But
you trying to say Jesus can't hit a curveball?
I do like what Kellen Moore's doing as far as putting the staff together.
Yeah, man. You're right, though. I like Kellen Moore. I like the staff. So much of this offseason has got to be the roster construction and management. Hopefully they push the full reset. They move toward it, man. Mintzy and Barstool, they're DraftKings partners. We've been a proud DraftKings partner here as well since, of course, sports betting went live in Louisiana. So y'all download the app, check it out, play some college baseball this weekend, have a little fun. Mintzy, looking forward to doing this.
Peyton Shotgay and me are doing a bunch of college baseball content now too. The old Ole Miss and TCU second baseman. So,
nice, man. Where can we find that?
It's all over my Wake Up Mintzy YouTube channel, which has got we're building. It's got 9K subscribers, so we're kind of. I know y'all's are bigger, but we're getting there. We're building it. We interviewed Hunter Elliott, the Ole Miss ace, this week,
nice.
Which was a cool story. Missed 2 full years with Tommy John after the national championship, and decided to come back. So that's getting a good response.
Yeah, man. YouTube subs aren't nearly as important as your thumbnail and your title, man. All about getting.
That's why, the thumbnail thing. I was realizing didn't realize how much that was hurting me. So,
man, it is thumbnail, title, and once you get in somebody's feed, you got to get them to click. So, but anyway, you ever need a tip? Let me know, man. We'll talk about it.
No, you're going to be getting a phone call about that.
Fair enough, dude. Mintzy, we appreciate it, man. We'll catch up next week.
All right, sounds good.
Later, buddy. We're brought to you by Evermore. Drink Evermore, EVAMOR. I was actually doing Morning Scone today and got a guy watching Morning Scone. This guy's name was Brad. Had a big shout out. Said, man, ever since you've been talking about it, all I drink is Evermore now. Go to your local grocer. Go online at evermore.com. EVAMOR, Evermore.com. Drink Evermore. Natural artesian water, a healthier alternative, a rare alkaline source. Check it out at Evermore. I always encourage you, man. Take a bottle of Evermore, and then whatever bottled water or tap water you normally drink, put them side by side, try them, and tell me you don't taste the difference. It's Evermore. Drink Evermore. EVAMOR, Evermore.com. All right, Tigers strike again. Jake Brown comes around to score on a double by, was that Milam? Who hit it?
No, the catcher.
Yeah, Luis Hernandez.
Okay, so Hernandez with a stand-up double inside the third base line. Jake Brown scores. Tigers lead 3-0 here. We're bottom 4 out of the box. Bottom four out of the box with 1 out. Now Hernandez on second base will keep you posted. Kate Anderson has the ball for the Tigers. All right, it's after further review. We will knock out a quick break, get some thoughts on the LSU baseball game as it's going on. Tiger basketball hosting number 2 Florida tomorrow. Get some thoughts there. And we are 14 minutes away from our drawing. We are going to draw and announce live on air who's winning $5,000 from Parish Construction and Roofing. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Man, I love telling you about the Watermark Hotel and the Renaissance. Watermark Baton Rouge, Renaissance Baton Rouge, Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown on Bluebonnet. Hey, we're heading into the weekend. Maybe you're starting to plan your year and maybe you got a big event coming up at some point this year or maybe further down the line. Maybe you're planning a wedding reception. Maybe you're planning a charity event, a fundraiser. Maybe it's an award banquet. Maybe it's a board meeting. Maybe you live outside of Baton Rouge, but you're going to bring your team to Baton Rouge for a board meeting and dinner and things like that, and you need a place to stay and host your meetings. the Renaissance is perfect for that. They have these luxurious boardrooms with all the technology setups you need. You need to plug in all your tech and whatever. They got it all for you. And these, leather chairs and beautiful wood tables. It's gorgeous. They can host any type of event that you have there at the Renaissance Hotel. Renaissance Baton Rouge. Call over there. Ask for Allison Crump, the events manager. She'll take care of you. It's the Renaissance Baton Rouge.
Need service now? Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you same-day appointments for service, and we offer pickup and delivery of your vehicle from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. If you need sales and service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Rolling along, hour number 3. Glad you're hanging out. 9 minutes from right now, we'll spin the wheel and give away $5,000 courtesy of Paris Construction and Roofing. By the way, if you're entered into the drawing and you don't win, don't fear. We have decided we're going to do it again.
Yep.
And every name that's entered will be entered for the next drawing as well. So if you didn't win, you're good. You just got to complete the roof inspection and you're good.
I can't wait to do it again. I want to do more next time.
Let's do it the first time. First.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it in 8 minutes.
All right.
You want to do more what?
I want to give away more cash.
You better talk to Richard.
I'm in a giving mood. I mean, I saved people's lives today.
You did.
Go! Maybe
Get out.
Oh, go ball.
Get out.
Go, kick mule. Get out.
You get out or is it foul?
Get out of here.
Foul? Oh, foul. Foul ball. Chris Stanfield just yanked one down the left field line. Foul.
I like him, by the way. Muse, what do you think about? I mean, you're the resident baseball guy.
Yeah, big fan, but I liked him a lot when he was at Auburn too.
Okay.
I mean, I remembered him from his freshman year when he hit 400 against LSU as a freshman in 2023. That LSU team.
He'll fake a bunt. He moves runners. He takes walks. I mean, he just struck out. He stinks.
No fly zone in
That
center
guy
field
stinks. Never mind. He's not any good.
What an ultimate backfire.
Scratch that.
As you're praising Christine.
Yeah.
Strikes
He
up.
punches out on a heater. All right, never mind. Who's next? Who else can play center?
This guy can. Derek Curiel's up next for the Tigers. I asked you last week if you liked having Stanfield, Curiel at the top of the lineup and pushing Braswell, Milam to the bottom. I think, we'll know this, I think that's just Jay testing those guys early to see how it sticks or if it sticks, knowing he can always flip it.
Yeah. And if I had to guess, he's had a conversation with all four of them. I mean, at least I hope he would have had a conversation with Braswell and Milam. Like, hey, look, this is kind of what we're doing and why we're doing it. You don't stink. But, like, this is, this is what we're doing. But this kid here may stick up there. But either way, man, golly, that's a potent lineup if you have those two guys at the bottom.
It's so interesting, though, hearing Jay talk about this team, because I would have thought, not having not seen these guys, especially the new guys, that all right, Curiel flies out with 2 outs. So Tigers 3-0 heading to the 5th. I would have thought that Larson, Brown, Pearson would have been the established guys that would have had an everyday spot, and the new guys, Stanfield, Curiel, would be the ones sort of fighting for the other spot. But it's kind of been inverted. He's given Stanfield the start and center, and Curiel seems to have locked down left. And so really it's 3 guys, Brown, Larson, and Pearson, all fighting for right field. The way Jay's kind of explained it is he kind of wants all 3 of those guys to combine for the production of an All-American. Like when you add together all their production by the end of the season, they're essentially going to combine to be an All-American player, which is an interesting way to look at it. I just wonder, I mean, you tell me, can you keep guys engaged that long?
I mean, they can, they can stay engaged, but can their timing stay where it needs to be? I mean, there's just a lot that the consistent at-bats do to help your production. The hardest thing to do in the game of baseball is come off the bench, pinch hit, and get a base hit, just sitting there cold. Or if you don't play for a week or so, have live at-bats, you can do the live batting practice all you want, with a guy throwing a bullpen or whatever it may be, but it's tough. If you don't get those consistent ABs, it's tough for your timing, to be where it needs to be. But look, I mean, we've seen this in the past. We saw it on the championship team with guys like Gavin Dugas and Cade Beloso in and out of the lineup early. And then, crunch time comes into the season, and they're the ones that get you over the top for the championship. So it's never a bad thing, as long as you keep getting those guys at bats. And I would expect a week of play for the group, and then rather than just a bat here or there for the fellas you mentioned earlier, you maybe give them an extended period of time to play. Larson, I thought, had an unbelievable game the other day, and fully expected him to get some more at bats because he looked really good. It looks like he's gained 10 or 15 pounds. The swing looked good. I'm like, man, he looks great.
He DH'd on Sunday and was great. He was a triple shy of the cycle, and then they played on Tuesday against Southern, and he was out of the lineup.
Right.
So that's the kind of thing where you look and go, man.
Yeah, I thought he would play against Southern.
But I get it, how they're sort of rotating everything. What do you think about any takeaways early anyway at catcher? Or have you watched closely enough?
I haven't locked in good enough at the catching position, to be honest with you. I will say that Milam looks great at shortstop, which was going to be a question mark. He needed to play earlier, got his feet set, made a nice throw across the diamond. He looks real comfortable there.
Braswell also made an awesome play at third last week. For any question we had about that changed, I think that's already been alleviated. It's pretty clear those 2 guys are going to be just fine playing that position. So, all right, Tigers. Cade Anderson gets a strikeout here to start the 5th inning, so he's still out there. Anderson gave you 5 innings last Friday. He's out there for the 5th right now. He's only at 53 pitches. Like that's another thing to consider. Like you want him to extend. He's at 53 pitches through 4 1/3 right now. I mean, like, do you let him go back out there for the 6th? He's cruising, or do you just need to start? It's just like, hey, hand the ball to the next guy. He's got a lot of guys who got to get work.
Right now, you get your guys work in, and you let him exit with the 0 and all that. And I think this guy hitting's name is Cardell Dick, D-I-C-K. I think. Can somebody confirm that? Is that his name?
That is his name.
Oh man, what a name! Golly, could you imagine like sitting in class, your teacher's taking roll? I mean, do the other kids laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
And they never stop laughing. Because even when you get to college, there's still idiots like you that are going to laugh.
Yeah. I mean, does it bring a smile to your face a little bit, though? That's his name.
I sent you, I'll find it in my phone. There was a regional game. This would have been 2015 because it would have been right after we came home with Drew from the hospital. That's why I remember it. And there was a pitcher for a team playing a regional in the box. Might have been Wilmington. I'll find the picture. I have the picture in my phone. And his last name was Dick, and so he had Dick on his jersey. And I definitely took a picture of the screen and sent it to you because, that's your kind of humor.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's hilarious. I really do like that. And I think Cade Anderson looks like a giraffe.
Cade Anderson also just had I don't know if he broke a sweat in the 5th inning. Strikeout, lazy fly to center. He's through 5, shutout. Looks really good. All right. Let's knock out a break. We'll come back, and we're giving away $5,000 next on AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com. Yes, people like Theriot will laugh when they hear the name or see the logo.
I don't think it's funny. I think it's a great name.
Yourgoodwood.com. But like I say often, the reason the name and the logo and all this sort of stuff, it's an attempt to bring levity to a situation, to be disarming in a situation that a lot of men are uncomfortable talking about. So whether it's hormone replacement therapy or ED, Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness can help. Listen, there are pills you can take for ED. I think a lot of people know that. But that's not the only treatment for ED. So if pills haven't worked in the past, there are other treatments. So go explore those possibilities. Have a frank and candid conversation with the staff over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. And if it's hormone replacement therapy, a simple blood test can let you know if you're a candidate. By the way, they don't charge for the blood test. Like when you get blood labs as well, like every 6 months when you get your labs, they don't charge you for your labs. They eat that cost. And by the way, lowest prices, never any contracts. It's Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Check them out, yourgoodwood.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, wish you could. I look fly, I look good. On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, wish you could. I look fly, I look good.
Bottom 5, Jared Jones, leadoff walk. Shocker. Ashton Larson at the plate, LSU leading 3-0. We'll keep you up to date right there. All right, it is time. We're going to get to Ask Ryan to wrap up the show here in about a dozen minutes or so, right about 12 minutes. So you can get your questions in. Email us, tweet us, or text us in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. As you all know, Ryan and I are partners, Parish Construction and Roofing, along with Richard Tilley, Joe Morales, Trent Davis, our great staff, and came up with the idea to do something fun, just to give away $5,000 cash.
That's it.
Money.
Money.
Straight cash, homie. That's what Randy Moss called it.
All in one.
Straight cash, homie. We gonna give them away in ones if you come around on that idea?
Oh yeah, I want to do all ones.
Stacks on deck.
Stacks on. I'm showing up to your house
Patron
with
on
cash,
ice.
baby. Giving it away.
Duffel bag of cash.
You
Money
do that.
gun. Lots of different ways we could do this. Pennies in a wheelbarrow.
No, not pennies. Trump's getting rid of pennies, so no.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
All right. To enter, all you had to do was sign up for a free no-obligation roofing inspection and follow Parish Construction and Roofing on social media. That's it.
Easy.
No purchase necessary, no obligation, nothing. Just had to sign up for an inspection and follow us on social.
Mm-hmm.
The great news is even if you don't win, fear not, because every name that was entered into this drawing will be entered into the next drawing, except you can only win once.
Can only win once.
The winner of this drawing cannot win the next one. But we're going to do this again. And the next time we do, everybody's name on this list will be in the next drawing, in addition to whoever else signs up in that allocated period.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Got it, baby.
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, Paula, you can pull my screen up, back screen if you'd like here. There's the wheel. So everybody knows that this is legit. Everybody's name has been entered. Everybody, the entries, the people who have entered, their name are on that wheel. This is a total randomizer. I'm going to spin. It's going to we're all going to see this together at the same time. It's going to flash a name on the screen. The name that flashes on the screen, that's the winner. Ready?
Let's do it.
I'm kind of nervous.
Hit it. Come on, man. Hit it.
I hope it works. All right, here we go. Wheel is spinning. And our winner is Tristan Manthe. Congrats. You go full screen with that, Polly, please. Go full screen. Tristan Manthe is our winner of $5,000 cash money.
Cash money, baby.
Congratulations to Tristan Manthe, our first winner of the Parish Construction and Roofing $5K giveaway. We're excited to do that. So we're gonna call him.
Yeah, I want to call. I want to call Tristan.
Got to get
Tristan on the horn.
Someone over at the parish office to give you Tristan's number, but
get Tristan on the horn here in a minute.
We'll holler at him. Congratulations to Tristan. That was a lot of fun to do. Certainly excited about having the opportunity to do that again sometime in the very near future.
Yeah, fret not. We're gonna do it again. If you were up and if you entered to win, you will be re-entered to win again the next time. So
if you want to talk, I'll give this number to Muse.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
I got it.
Yeah. So we 100% plan on doing it again. Hopefully we can do it here shortly, and we will re-enter everybody's names back in. We just bunted somebody over. I know Matt probably loved that, but here we are, LSU 3-0 against Omaha. Runners on second and third, bottom of the fifth. Stephen Milam up to bat, and Tigers are looking pretty good, I think. So, anyway, Great American giveaway, or the Parish 5K giveaway. I think we're trying to get Tristan on the horn here. Not sure if that's happening or not. Looks like it's happening over there. You got it, Muse? Oh, here we go. Oh, we got action. You gonna talk to him?
If he answers, I hope he answers. Calling this guy and give him $5,000 cash.
If he doesn't answer, do we do it again?
No, he would.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Hi, you've reached Tristan.
Oh, man.
Leave a message.
Didn't answer.
Name and number at the sound of the beep,
Okay.
and I'll get back to you.
All right.
Thank you.
At the tone, please record your
Okay.
message. When you've finished recording, you
tell
may
him?
hang
No, you
up
can do it.
or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Tristan, it's Matt Moscona and
Ryan Theriot.
We're live on the air. We were trying to call you. I got fantastic news for you because you entered the Parish Construction Roofing 5K giveaway. You were our big winner. So congrats. We're coming to your house to dump $5,000 in cash right in your lap.
Right in your face, Tristan.
We got a money gun. We're going to shoot $5,000 in cash right in your face.
$5,000. Congratulations.
Congrats. Tristan, we appreciate it. We'll be in touch with details. Thank you so much. All right. It is after further review, our 5K giveaway. We're excited about that. We are brought to you by South Point Volkswagen at southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. That's South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland. Y'all, weekends here. If you're thinking about buying a vehicle, you're maybe going to go shop online and then go test drive this weekend. Look, get to the website right now at southpointvw.com. Easy. Get to the website, southpointvw.com. Shop all the inventory, new, certified, pre-owned, and then it's simple. Pick out your car, work out your financing, all that stuff. Go test drive.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? All right. It is after further review. A little pitch and change there for Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
Omaha. Hey, real quick, did you watch the soccer thing yesterday? Not the soccer thing, the hockey thing yesterday.
So, yeah, I did. I watched
the Fantastic Four, whatever they called it.
I watched the final, the overtime period.
Oh, so you didn't watch the game?
Last night.
You didn't watch the game?
No, I watched.
You just watched overtime.
I didn't watch the whole game. I watched
Okay.
the finale, and it was awesome.
Can we all go back now to not caring about hockey?
Bro,
Can we do that? You didn't care about
Wait a
hockey
minute.
2 days ago.
No.
You cared
listen.
about hockey for a few hours on a day, and now we're all going to go back to not caring again.
The greatest sporting event that I have ever been to in my life.
Okay.
Was the Stanley Cup in Chicago.
Awesome.
It was unbelievable. I love hockey.
Sweet. How many hockey games do you watch a year?
I don't watch
Very
you watch many.
You watch no hockey games at all.
I don't.
You're one of my best friends in life.
I don't.
You and I have never had a single conversation about hockey. I think you, like me, probably couldn't name 10 hockey players in the world right now.
It's fair.
You don't like hockey. I don't like hockey. Nobody likes hockey. You know what we like? America.
I like America.
That's what we like.
I like America.
And because this was America against Canada, we wanted to see America whip Canada's ass. And it wouldn't matter if it was Canada or Finland or Sweden or whoever other countries are in there. It don't matter.
Yeah.
We just want to say, go USA.
Or the intensity in that building.
Great.
In those
No
buildings,
doubt.
though. They
No
stand
doubt.
up the whole
Awesome.
time. They're
really intense.
It's the only sport you can throw your gloves off.
Yep, have
and just
fight.
start fighting.
Yeah, because baseball doesn't do that. There's a bunch of idiots that run and like peacock at each other and people call it a fight.
Listen,
Nobody
man,
actually does anything.
That overtime period was intense.
Intense.
It really
great.
was.
It was great. Now, can we go back to not caring?
I don't think so. I think we need to get back on the hockey thing.
Everybody says
it's one of
this
the
every
greatest
time.
Nintendo games ever. The hockey Nintendo game was unbelievable.
Every time this happens and there's an international event about sports nobody cares about, people care about that event, and then it's like, is this going to change? Fill in the blank. Is this going to change swimming forever? Is this going to change hockey forever?
Bro,
is this going to change
Ledecky
cricket
changed
forever?
swimming.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
How
Katie
many-
Ledecky changed
Let me ask you a
swimming.
question. When was the last time you watched Katie Ledecky swim?
Well, it's not readily available. It's not like you can just
No. Answer the question.
In the Olympics.
In the Olympics, right?
Yes.
And you know the next time you watch Katie Ledecky swim?
The Olympics.
In the Olympics. So every 4 years, there's a little sliver of time where you'll care
I don't
about
think
these
it's her
sports.
fault, though.
That's
I
fine,
still
that's fine.
care.
No,
I care.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't care enough to go watch her do that thing any other time than every 4 years when she's competing for the United States. It's the same with this stupid hockey thing.
Oh, man.
Great. It's fun. It's a couple of games whenever you put the letters on your check. Great. Now we're going to all go back to not caring about hockey.
I don't know, bro.
I don't care about hockey. You don't care about hockey. The United States of America doesn't care about hockey. We care about our country. We wanted our country to win that match, that game. They lost. All right, I'm over it.
No, it's over.
Good. I'm ready for Canada to become the 51st state. Let's do that.
It might be a thing.
All right, ask Ryan to wrap up the show next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com. Did you ever fill those jobs you had to fill over at T3? Told me a while back, man, you need some managers over at T3. Well,
we could be looking for another position here soon, yes.
I got an idea. Call Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com, glowresources.com. Complete employer solutions. You need skilled blue-collar labor, they can help. You need any type of office job, C-level management, assistants, accountants, legal, anything, they can help. See, at Glow Resources, they've got the net of resources to be able to go find the right candidates and they know the right questions to ask because they do some 15,000 interviews over the course of a year. They're experts at finding the right people for your business. It's Glow Resources. GLO, glowresources.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioneer Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Kate Anderson out there for the 6th leadoff man on. There's a bump. Time to see those one-inning assassins.
Yep, here we go, baby.
Brock Cantor. I can only imagine the answer. Ask Ryan, who won the Louisiana Community College Athletic Conference Championship?
Do what?
I'm guessing that would be BRCC. Brock is the AD over at BRCC. Shout out, Brock Cantor. All right, y'all have an awesome... Muse Pauly, thanks. Y'all have an awesome night. We'll see you Monday at 3.
AFR.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.